Hello everyone. Thanks for joining today's podcast. In today's topic, we are going to discuss about the unveiling of latest features of 2020 in Oracle HCM Cloud. We have Joseph Koveri from HCM team to hand over this entire topic. Over to you, Joseph.
Yeah, thanks, Mahalakshmi. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining the call. And today I'll be explaining to the unveiling the latest features on 23D Oracle HCM Cloud. So, my name is Joseph Kabari, and I'm working as the Oracle HCM Cloud Techno-Functional Consultant in Kovian Consulting Private Limited. On today's session, I would like to discuss about overview of the new features 23D, configuration of new features, demo of new features, business benefits and limitations, and at last, question and answers. And the next slide, I will be explaining the what are the new features in Oracle HCM Cloud. In these uh, features, we have included three modules. One is for Oracle Recruiting Cloud, and another is for Human Resource, and another is for Absence Management. So, in that, first one is how to revert candidate job application to the prior phase after they reaching to the offer phase, and recruiting activity center. And next one is visual way to explore jobs using the map view. And next one is it is ability to designate non-workers as a managers. And next one is journeys is marked as a completed if it meets the certain criteria, and at last it's a vacation bidding. So in next slide, I'm going to explain about the new features of Oracle Recruiting Cloud in 23D. So first feature is a return to prior phase. So if the candidate reached to the offer phase and user wanted to return to the prior phase action for job application and any terminal states in the offer phase, below is the action that they can able to return to the prior phase. And from state and as well as the phase can be changed it. And next feature is recruiting activity center. So recruiting activity center, mainly recruiters and hiring managers have a place to easily access and manage their recruiting activities and related to their job applications, job requisitions, and as well as job offers and their roles. And it will show the list of activities that are in high priority. So below is a screenshot that will show the applications requisitions. Currently, here the zero high priority was there for this recruiting activity center. And from here, you can navigate in the left hand side, there is a go to hiring, which and all the requisitions and as well as applicants we need to view. Then we can navigate from there itself. So the next feature is explore jobs using Oracle Maps in Oracle Recruiting Cloud. So candidates can search the jobs using either a list view or by viewing their locations via Oracle Maps. This feature will enhance the jobs for candidates, and then they can easily view the jobs by using Oracle Maps. So below the screenshot that needs to be enabled the Oracle Maps and in the career session sites, and then as well as these are the screenshot for the maps and as well as the jobs that are placed in. And next slide, I'm going to explain about 23D, core HR, and absence management. Before that, I'll show you the demo of how these features in a recruiting cloud. So let me, for that, for the first feature is return to the prior phase. So if a recruiter suddenly terminates, if any candidate wants to come and ask for any job change or offer needs to be verified or re-verified, and or any other interviews has to be scheduled, one more interview has to be scheduled. On that time, recruiter doesn't able to change the pure phase actually. Now Oracle introduced these can be changed to a pure phase, which the from offer to pure phase. Let me show you that in the screen. So in order to do that, you have to go to the my client groups, hiring. So I need to pick up a requisition. If you click on the requisition, I need to select the active candidates which are tagged in that requisition. Either way, you can go from here or from here. Okay. So here are the demo candidates. Once you click on this particular candidate, we can able to see status of the candidate. Currently, the phase and state is offer draft. So in order to return to the pre-order phase, you have to navigate to the actions in the top right corner. Once you click on that, you can able to view the return to pre-order phase. So I'm just clicking on that. So it will ask the warning. Do you need to continue? Yes. And then if you can see, the pre-order phase is pre-offer checks in progress. So automatically it has been changed to revert. So these are the return to pre-order phase feature. And I would like to explain about the recruiting activities and extensible. So for that, you have to navigate to the home once again. And then my client groups, click show more, search with recruiting activities center. It is under hiring. Once you click on that, you can able to view the high priority of requisitions and job applications and offers. Currently, there are no high priority items, and we do have a conditions for that too to trigger these particular these items here. And if you want to view more requisitions in order to not only for high priority, if you want to other requisitions also needs to be viewed, then directly go to the hiring. From there, you can able to view all the requisitions. So these are the recruiting activities center extensible. And at last, exploring jobs using the Oracle Maps. So for that, to enable that feature, we do have to navigate to the career side configuration. For that, you have to go to setup and maintenance. It is under settings and actions. So from here, you can go to the candidate experience, career side configurations, and go to the edit. You have to edit. These are the career site configurations of both the internal, external campus. So from there we can choose here. So these are the options to edit the career site configurations in Oracle Recruiting Cloud. So first we have to navigate to the general, and then all the way you have to go down, and then here we have a new option called search jobs on maps. You have to enable this checkbox, and then you have to navigate to the pages, because we are using that jobs in the pages, and you have to navigate to the minimal page search page. From here you have to click on edit draft. So these are the jobs appearing. So if you want to edit this, you have to click on this particular map once again here. So here we can view. So in order to view this map, you have to display style, you have to change as a toggle map and list, so that it will appear both list and as well as a Google Maps. So once it is done, you have to click on done, and then go back here and then publish the site in order to view that. So I would like to show you how it will look like. So click on here, and I'm just clicking on the maps. So here, if you can see, these are the jobs have been posted. There are 5 jobs. If you navigate to here, these are the 5. Once you click on here, I can able to see the jobs. So it is a best practice for if at all any candidate doesn't know where to find which location I need to choose, then automatically this feature will help you. So these are the Oracle Recruiting Cloud new features, and I will go back to the PPT, and then I would like to explain about core HR and absence management new features. So in that, we do have another 3 new features which I've added it. So first one is non-workers as a manager. So now organization can now assign the non-workers like retired executives, external consultants, or a board members as a managers. And these features marks a pivotal shift in how organization can manage their human resource and as well as managers. And the next feature is configure journey task completion criteria for each journeys and task. For that, this feature offers to configure option and define rules for journeys to completion the criteria rules and based on the supported data application objects. So the rules can be defined based on the configuration. If you can see here on the task type, we have selected as an application type. This feature only works for application task, and so that basis on that the configuration configure completion criteria will enable it. So our business, basis on our business objects, we can configure this particular checklist template and as well as task. And the next one is a vacation bidding. So vacation bidding, this feature is in absence management, and it brings now a bid for a vacation where now bidding feature they can submit an absence bid with the two sets of preferences and two sets of absence dates as a first and second. And once it is done, it will send for the approval. Once the managers have been approved, they can able to choose on which day the which vacation day they can able to bid it. So I would like to show you the demo and how the steps have been enabled for that. Like go to the back home. First of all, I can show you how we can change non-workers as a managers. I'm navigating to the managerial self-services with a quick action change manager, and I'm selecting one of the person and click on continue. So here we do have a three options. We can select which date we can change a manager change, and then uh, what is the action for that, and then next one is why you are changing. I'm just selecting as a just addition of assignment for manager. From here, currently the manager is Joseph Kabari, and I would like to change this manager as a non-worker. So for that, I have recently I've created one of the non-worker. This is the non-worker, and then click on OK, and then submit. So this feature is a flexible for retired employees or external consultants or any other board members as a managers for the further use. So next one is configure journey task completion criteria for each journeys and task. In order to set up that, you have to navigate to the manage client groups, my client groups, and then click on show more. Search with a checklist template under employment. I have created a demo checklist. Under that, I have a task called application task. Once you click on that, so here are the application tasks. As I told, this feature will work only for the application task. So once we selected as an application task, you have to select the subdomain of application task. After that, this feature will enable it. So I've taken as an identification info, the business object I've selected as a driver license. So employee, once this particular task have been triggered to the employee needs to update the driver license. And here are the criteria which I have defined. So this person's driver license should be India and issuing country should be India. Then if at all these two criteria are not matching, then error message will provide as a please provide valid driver license. So this is how we have to configure the completion criteria for application task. And I would like to show you how user will able to view that. So in order to do that, I'm going for the person management, and I'm searching with the person to allocate a checklist. And I'm allocating a checklist under personal and employment. And here we have to allocate a checklist. For that, you have to click on add list button, search with a demo candidate, demo checklist, and I'm allocating just now, save and close. Once you refresh, the task has been allocated to that person. So once it has been allocated, the person will receive a message that the checklist has been assigned. Then they can navigate, they'll log in. As of now, I'll just assign to myself in order to show you. Then I'll be navigating to the myself services or me. Under that, navigate to the journeys. Under my journeys, if you just click on this demo checklist, we can able to view the application task. So these are the application tasks. So I'm just extending that. So here hyperlink will be there. Once I click on this particular application task, I'm directly navigating to the identification info. So from here, I can able to update the driver license. As of now, I've just updated. I'm just editing that. If you require any permanent or a temporary driver license, and if you need to update any license number, so these all updation of completion that, then I'll just click on submit. So this is how the we can trigger a checklist task to an employee. Once it is done, it will verify and it will complete the criteria. So next one is vacation bid in a absence management. In order to enable that feature, you have to navigate to the absence under my client groups and then manage leave types, search with the search with the generic absence. So as of now, I just selecting as accrued leave. These all are generic absences. So these are the feature where we need to enable that. So once it is enabled, let me show you that. So we have to enable this feature. So once it is enabled, save and close. So after that, I'll show you how it looks like with an employee. So let me log in with another employee and I can show it to you. Okay. So for that, you have to navigate to the employee self-service under my show more. Under absence, you have a absence bid. So this absence bid feature needs to enable feature can be enabled only if we need to enable the profile option for HCM Redwood pages. So as of now, I need to select a leave type as a accrued leave, which I have recently enabled, and I need to select a bid of preference date. Let's say 12 Jan, and one more preference I'm adding it. So second preference might be 26th, and then yeah, 29. So these are the this is how we can select the preferences, and then once it's submitted, uh, it will go to the manager's approval. Once it is approved, then the person can take a leaves. So these are the features that which released in Oracle Core HR and Absence Management. Then I would like to tell about the business benefits of these features. So when it comes to the return to pre-order phase, it is a long-awaited enhancement with a huge impact on business that to return to the offer phase from pre-order phase. And when it comes to the non-workers as a manager, it is a pivotal shift how organization can manage the human resource, offering newfound flexibility and strategic advantages. So these all are Oracle recruiting cloud features gives a best practices in recruiting and their day-to-day lives. And when it comes to the absence management, vacation bidding helps their managers in case where there are multiple overlapping absence days from the team while ensuring the right resource allocation. These all features brings an awareness of adoption to a new features to come to consume that to meet our business needs. And next slide, I'm going to explain about limitations. So we do have a limitations in 23D2, where for the first feature in Oracle Recruiting Cloud, return to pre-order phase, we can't able to change or select that particular action once the offer has been approved or extended or accepted or it is in a HR phase. When it comes to the recruiting activity center, some of the items are triggered not as soon as generate as soon as possible, and some will not trigger as soon as possible. We have to write a schedule process for that. And when it comes to the Oracle Maps, so if we are currently using any Google Maps or any Bing Maps for the candidate search, then in 23D and 24A, it will update as a Oracle Maps. When it comes to the configuration completion criteria and um, global human resource, for that, this feature doesn't complete automatically the journey task, but it will validates the data whether we have provided the right or not. When it comes to the absence management, the limitations, the bidding feature works only for the generic absence, absence pattern, and it will only for work only hours and days based on your. So these are the limitations for 23D, and if these are the notes which I got from the I prepared the presentation, and if you have any kind of questions, just let me know. Queries to discuss.
Thanks a lot, Joseph. That was a really very informative and detailed demo. Yeah.
Yep.
I think our participants have a couple of questions. So let
Yep.
me read them out for you.
Yep.
So the first question is, reward candidate applications to clear fees from offer phase. Can this
Yep.
feature work once offer is approved or accepted? I repeat it. Reward
Okay.
candidate applications to prayer phase from offer phase. Can this feature
Okay.
work once offer is approved or accepted?
No, this feature will work only once offer is a draft status. This feature won't work once the offer has been accepted or it is in approved state, and as well as it won't work for HR phase two. Yeah.
I think that helped the question.
Yeah.
So moving to the next question.
Yeah.
Recruiting activity center. Is it possible
Okay.
to filter activities in recruiting activity center?
Hmm. No, currently that feature is not, uh, that option is not available in filters in recruiting activity center. So we have to go by each. Like all the requisitions, all the offers will we can able to view directly. There is no filters in that.
That explains. So going to the next question. Who can say activities in recruiting activity center? Who can say activities in recruiting activity center?
So basically, recruiters and hiring managers or any other hiring team can access the recruiting activity center. And if any supervisors or other people wants to access, we have to enable a privileges for that. It's a IRC access recruiting activity center. One privilege we have to assign to that particular person. After that, they can able to view the recruiting activity center option. Yeah.
I think that answers the question.
Yeah.
So we do have a couple of more questions. So yeah.
Okay. Okay.
What is the difference between two types of icons in map? I'll repeat. What
Okay.
is the difference between two types of icons in map?
Okay, let me show you that. So you mean these particular circles and navigation, circle and as well as pins, right? Okay, I'll tell you. So pin indicates a single location where one or more jobs, and if you can see here, circle indicates a cluster of job location in an area. Let's say if we zoom that particular map location, we may find out several job locations that are nearby. So these are the difference between pin and circles. Yes.
Thanks for that, Joseph. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
So moving to the next question. Currently, if you are using Google Maps or Bing Maps for job-based search in candidate experience, is there any impact? I'll repeat it. Currently, if you are using Google Maps or Bing Maps for job-based search in candidate experience, is there any impact?
Yes, as I told in the presentation, yes, we do have an impact. This is another limitation in Oracle Recruiting Cloud, because some of the clients they were using Google Maps and as well as Bing Maps for the candidate search. From 23D or from 24A, it will directly update as Oracle Maps only. We can't able to use Google Maps or Bing Maps for the future.
So we have another question from the same person. Can this
Okay.
feature work for modern templates? I repeat, can this feature work for modern templates?
This will only work for the minimal templates, uh, because recently we do have an update of that 23A, I believe. We have got an update to change all modern templates to minimal templates. So once this has been updated, then we have to use only minimal templates for this. It won't work for the modern. Yep.
So yeah, I think that helped the question. So moving to the next question. Configure task completion criteria for each journey and task. Can this
Mhm.
feature automatically mark the journey task as complete? I'll repeat. Configure journey task completion criteria for each journey and task. Can this feature automatically mark the journey task as complete?
No, it won't automatically mark as a complete, but it just validate whether the required data is provided or not, basis on the conditions.
Thanks for that, Joseph. So I think we have another question followed by that. If there
Okay.
are more than one completion criteria on the same journey task, can we configure multiple validation messages? I'll repeat. If there are more than one completion criteria on the same journey task, can we configure multiple validation messages?
No, as you can see, which I'm sharing here, we have selected only one business object, correct? So for that, we have to give only one error message. We can't able to validation multiple validation messages or at a time.
Yes. Thanks for that answer. We still have a couple of more questions, so I'll
Okay.
quickly walk through it. Yeah. Which profile option needs to be enabled for using vacation bidding in system? I'll repeat. Which profile options need to be enabled for using the vacation bidding app?
Okay, firstly, we have to enable the Redwood pages in order to view the vacation bidding. So that profile option is ORA, HCM, VBCS, PWA. That profile option we have to enable, and then later we have to set the profile option as in a manage profile options. Another profile option also similar we have to enable in a uh, manage profile options. Then we can able to view the vacation bidding.
We have another question from the same person. How many absence types that are associated that are eligible for bidding? I'll repeat. How many absence types that are associated that are eligible for bidding?
As of now, there are two types of absence plans that have been associated with. One is accrual, and another means compensatory plans are eligible for bidding. And apart from that, we can't able to select that.
I'll quickly read the last question. So,
Okay.
can we set approvals for absence bids? I'll repeat.
Yes, we can do that. Yeah.
Awesome. So, I think our participants do have a couple of more questions. So,
Okay.
we encourage our participants to feel free to write to us at the rate of info@cloudworld.com. So, yeah. Uh, I think, Joseph, can you quickly move to the next?
Yep.
Thanks for that. So I'll quickly give a short intro about Covion. So we are business transformation and technology solution partners. And being the Oracle business partners, we are specialized in HCM Cloud, ERP Cloud, and People Cloud. We carry the honor of being the first APAC Oracle HCM implementers, and we are working globally with Fortune 500 companies. So talking about our experience, we serve around 45 plus countries with 5 different delivery centers with a strength of 250 plus employees, and we are still growing. Our key offerings are digital transformation in the Oracle space, and we also have expertise in the AI local development platform as well. So, being one of the Oracle partner, we are also proud to say we are one of the co-sponsors for the Oracle CloudWorld that is happening next month in Mumbai. So, participants who feel interested in joining us in Mumbai, please feel to write us on info at the. So since the time is very limited, I think it's time for us to close this webinar. So thanks everyone for joining, and we are looking forward to seeing you in the next webinar as well. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.